There are a number of settings available for access controls, so let's review the steps involved in a basic setup for a Cloudvue connected KT-1 controller. From the My Account page in Cloudvue, navigate to the Schedules page. You will see a default schedule named Always Valid, which is set for access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This schedule cannot be deleted, but you do not have to use it either. Let's add our own custom schedule. The first thing to know about schedules is that there are two types of schedules. When clicking the Add Schedule button, you must choose whether this is an access schedule or an alert schedule. Alert schedules are used when configuring alerts, which can be automatically sent to users or managers on events. An access schedule determines when a door may be unlocked by an authorized user, or could be used to designate times when the door is automatically left unlocked. For example, if your lobby door is unlocked during business hours. In our example, we're going to create two access schedules and one alert schedule. Our first schedule will be named Business Hours for normal business hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Set the start and end times to match and click the checkboxes for Monday through Friday. The H1 through H4 boxes are for holidays. Up to 4 different holiday hours may be configured. Here, we do not wish the doors to be automatically unlocked on holidays, so leave them unchecked and save the schedule. Our lobby entrance will be unlocked during normal hours, but outside of business hours we wish to allow authorized employees to access the building, so we will create another schedule for this. We'll name the schedule Employees, set the start and end times to all day, then check all days of the week as well as H1 so we can allow employees who need access on holidays for special assignments to access the building. Finally, we might want to send a notification to someone if access is denied, if the door is forced open, or someone left the door open, so we'll create an alert schedule and name it Office Manager. We don't want it to send alerts during the hours the lobby is left unlocked, so set the start time to 12 a.m. and the end time to 9 a.m. when our lobby unlocks. Click Add Interval and set the start and end times to cover the end of the day after office hours. For both rows, we select Monday through Friday. We also want to be alerted on weekends and holidays, so add another interval. Select all hours and check mark Sunday, Saturday in our H1 boxes. Navigate to the Holidays tab next, and we'll configure some days when the office will be closed but staff may still enter. Click Add Holiday and name this Canada Day for our staff in Canada. Set the date to July 1st, 2022. Recall from our schedule we selected H1, so we will set the type to H1. This is not a recurring holiday because it may be observed on different days if falling on a weekend. Our start and end dates are the same since it is a single day holiday. Then we click Save. Navigate to the Templates tab. Templates are pre-configured access levels. Several templates are included by default, including Administrator, Employee, Maintenance, Security, and Visitor. You also have the ability to add your own custom templates. With each template, you can add a door or doors that roles should have access to use and during which times. We need to edit our employee template to allow users assigned to the employee role to be able to unlock the door during our scheduled times. Click the edit icon for the employee role. Our controller has the ability to handle up to 2 readers, one entry reader and one exit reader. We are not going to utilize an exit reader in this scenario. From the drop-down beside Door 1, select our employee schedule. Now click the plus that appears to add this to the assigned access panel. That's all there is to it. Now for each user credential we add to our controller, anyone configured as an employee will inherit the same employee schedule for access. Click Save. You could additionally configure the remaining templates with other schedules, but as we are simply showing an example of setup, we will continue. The next step is adding credentials to allow our employees access. Navigate to the Credentials tab. Click Add Credential and begin by entering a user's name, followed by their primary location from the drop-down. If you haven't configured one yet, you can perform this on the Locations tab. The section below this is for those using a mobile app as their key rather than a key card or a fob. Enter the user's mobile phone number and email address. The user will receive an email and a text to validate and install a mobile app. The mobile access ID will be assigned by the system. At the bottom, you have the option of setting dates for the activation and expiration of the user's ability to enter. Now click the Options tab above. As mentioned, if using the mobile app for access, the ID will automatically be assigned by the system and will fill in the ID field here. If using a card or fob, you will need to enter the ID from the card or fob in the fields below. The format is based on the reader type chosen on the device. If you need to change this, this will be seen on the device settings in a moment. To the right is where our templates come into play. Here, we can assign this user to one of the templates configured earlier. When you are done making changes to the credentials screen, click Save. We also need to apply settings to the controller itself. Navigate back to the Devices tab. Click the Edit icon next to the door controller. There are a lot of settings here, but we are going to focus on a few of the basics. On the left side, click the Readers tab. Previously, when entering the ID codes under Credentials, the ID code format was shown. This format will match the reader format chosen here. We are going to select the one appropriate for the reader and fobs we have, which is the IOProx Kantech XSF format. Check your reader for details. To the right, you can select between the door entry and the door exit if you are using one. As mentioned previously, in this scenario we are not using an exit reader. Below, the lock configuration is an important consideration to make and will require an electronic door strike that supports the method you choose. Fail-safe means that if power is lost, the door will be unlocked. Power must be applied to keep it locked. Fail-secure is the opposite. If power is lost, a fail-secure strike will remain locked. You must apply power to the lock to unlock it. A little below this, the unlock schedule is where you may choose a schedule when the door is left unlocked. In this scenario, recall that we want the lobby door open during normal business hours and created a schedule named Business Hours for this. We will select that schedule here. If you wanted the door to always remain locked, requiring users to authenticate for every entry, you would leave this set to none. The auto unlock setting allows you to choose to always unlock on your chosen unlock schedule, or if choosing first person in, the door will unlock once the first authorized person uses the reader. This may be useful if you only want the lobby to remain unlocked after the first person has arrived for the day. Learn about some of the many other settings here in the manual. Across the top, navigate to the Users page. Here you should see the first user assigned to manage this device through the Cloudvue account. Additional users can be assigned if you wish. Keep in mind that these users do not translate to authorized users of the door. In order to provide someone access to use the door, you must create that person's profile on the credentials page we used earlier. Now navigate to the Alerts tab. We created a schedule to send alerts during specific hours in an earlier step. Now we will configure which alerts to send and to whom. Click the Add Alerts button. Enter a name for your alert. For the alert type, I select Access Denied to notify us anytime someone attempting to enter is denied access. The schedule dropdown will only list alert schedules, not access schedules, so we will choose the Office Manager schedule we created earlier. Under the Assign Users section below, place a checkmark next to the user that will be notified and click Save. The setup for our scenario is now completed. Our employees will be able to enter outside of business hours and on holidays we enter, and the door will automatically unlock during normal business hours.